Hello, thank you so very much. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. What are some things that kind of got that nostalgia going for you? Aside from Chippendale, I know what are some things from the '90s that you absolutely love? That's a big
Okay,
question.
Lion King is my favorite, like, early like 90s Disney films. So, being able to say I'm in a movie with Pumbaa, very exciting for me. And just all of these characters that are introduced, like it's such a celebration of like where animation was, when we were kids and what we grew up watching. But then at the same time, you get to see and reference all of these, newer characters and animation styles. So I love, that people are getting so much joy out of watching it for themselves, but then also seeing their kids connect, to characters that we grew up with. Like, yeah, I love this film, man.
And I know you've talked about this before about almost giving up and before you got your big break with Beale Street, which was fantastic. Speak a little bit, I guess, about I know you that great story about tarot cards and you kind of grasping for signs of like world, tell me, don't give up. What
Yeah.
about those performers that are out there that are on their like last leg and they're just like I'm gonna give it up? What would you say to them about that?
I'll say to them the same thing that Regina King said to me not too long ago, actually, because that journey, that fight of pushing through all of the no's and rejection and all of that, it continues even post big break. And I was having a low moment and I reached out to her and she just said, Kiki, she said, this is what you want to do, right? You want to be an actor, right? I said, yeah, this is what I want to do. And she said, well, you need to figure it out. She said, then you need to figure out how you're going to make it work. If this is what you want to do, if this is still what you believe in, then you need to figure it out how you're going to shift your energy, shift your mindset, and do what you need to do to keep pushing forward. And it truly was that conversation that shifted my energy, shifted my mindset. And I said, you know what? Forget all of the negativity. I can't make space for that anymore because it's stopping me from doing what it is that I actually want to do. So anything that goes against that, I have to release. And when I did that, the opportunities and everything started falling into place again. So we really have to be mindful of our mindset because if you're entertaining a lot of negativity, it's literally going to be the thing that stops you from being able to show up in the room and execute to do your job and do the thing that you really want to do. So that's what I share with anyone who's going through that right now.
That's fantastic. One of my last questions is you talk about being typecast or not being typecast and working toward that in your career, playing and coming to America amongst kings and queens, and now you're a detective playing the opposite, Chip and Dale. How important is that to, especially being a Latino, we're always the chefs in a movie, we're the cooks
Mm.
or we're the valets or what have you. But how important is that, I guess, to really play diversity, amongst, you show that we could do everything. How important is that to you?
Extremely important. Every role that I take, I really think about, is this something that I wish I could have seen more of when I was a little girl? Just seeing someone who looks like me playing in these different worlds and really trying to fight to not be placed into any type of box. That's why I'm grateful that I was able to do a drama like Beale Street, but then do action like The Old Guard, comedy like Coming to America, something kind of silly and quirky and family friendly like this. I really, it's important, that people can see themselves represented in all of these different ways because that's just the truth of life. Dark skinned Black women don't operate in like these, I don't know, few spaces that, film and television often made us feel that way. And so I think there's so many communities of color, we have to continue to fight for that. And thankfully I think a lot more of us are starting to have more control, and starting to get in positions in which we're not waiting, for Hollywood to give us the opportunities. We are breaking down walls and saying, you know what, I'll create the opportunities for myself and create the opportunities for more of the people, that I would like to see more space being given to.